The step back three just below the logo drill. Clark pulls off that screen, showing out. Clark.
There are athletes who spend entire careers trying to become the face of a franchise. Caitlin Clark did it in about 5 minutes. And now, only 3 seasons into her professional career, people aren't just asking whether she's the best player in the WNBA. They're asking something far more dangerous for the Indiana Fever. What happens if she leaves? That question isn't coming out of nowhere. It's being fueled by viral coaching clashes, explosive trade rumors linking her to the Los Angeles Sparks, a signature Nike shoe that just dropped, and millions of fans openly declaring they'd follow her anywhere she goes. The noise around Caitlin Clark right now is louder than it's ever been. And the wildest part,
they're trading Caitlin Clark to the Los Angeles Sparks. Let me just set the stage. Lynn Dunn, the 90-year-old former Purdue coach, former Indiana Fever coach, she's out getting the messaging out on what they're about to do to Caitlin Clark.
Underneath all the chaos, she's playing some of the best basketball of her life. To understand why this conversation is exploding right now, you have to look at how she got here. And that story starts with a kind of arrival professional basketball had genuinely never seen before. Clark was drafted first overall in 2024 after becoming the NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer during her time at the University of Iowa. She didn't just break records in college. She shattered 51 of them. The women's national championship game actually outdrew the men's in viewership while she was playing, something that should have been impossible. Of the 24 WNBA-related broadcasts that drew at least 1 million television viewers in 2024, 21 involved her. That's not a trend, that's a takeover. And what made it even more ridiculous was that her game translated to the pros immediately. The deep logo threes, the no-look passing, the pace, the swagger, all of it carried over like she'd been doing this for years. She recorded the first rookie triple-double in WNBA history. Then she did it again. Then she dropped 19 assists in a single game, not
glue of the team, the mother hen as they've called her.
Caitlin Clark hits the three-pointer, and Clark makes history once again. No one in the history of the sport has hit more threes in a season than Clark has this year.
And with that, beats none other than Steph Curry, arguably the greatest shooter of all time in the men's or women's game.
This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history. Passing Pistol Pete Maravich.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? There it is! The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Just a rookie record, an all-time WNBA record, 19. And if you watched the film closely, she probably deserved even more. Teammates just couldn't finish what she was creating. Through just 13 games this season, Clark had already racked up 265 points and 108 assists, making her the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 250 points and 100 assists in a single season, beating the previous record by 3 games. The numbers keep stacking up, and somehow, they still undersell the actual impact. But the records were only part of it. What happened off the court was even bigger. Here's where the conversation shifts from basketball to raw economic power. An associate professor of finance at Indiana University Columbus calculated that Clark's economic impact accounted for 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity in her 2024 rookie season, including revenues from merchandise, ticket sales, and TV. Let that sink in. One player, over a quarter of an entire league's economic output. Her total economic impact in 2025 was projected to reach $1 billion. Everywhere the Indiana Fever go, ticket prices spike, up 140% when they play on the road. Her popularity helped boost merchandise sales by 500% and helped quadruple the estimated value of the Fever franchise. Games that used to play in front of half-empty gyms suddenly needed bigger arenas. And then came the endorsement empire. Clark landed an 8-year, $28 million Nike deal ahead of her rookie season. This week, the payoff from that partnership finally arrived. Nike officially unveiled the Caitlin One, Clark's first signature.
Coming into the game. Logo! Clark with a deep three. Three that you've been waiting for. Clark, nice feed. Wallace with the layup. And Caitlin Clark catalyzing a comeback here. Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Look at Wheeler staring to the right side, knows who's there, drop pass behind. Could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro. Big one.
And this building is rocking.
Basketball shoe. According to Nike, Clark asked the brand for help in 3 key components: speed, range, and unpredictability. The shoe will be available on the Nike SNKRS app and at select retailers with a retail price of $140 in North America. Clark now joins Aja Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu as the only active WNBA players with their own Nike shoes. The shoe features brand new Opticast technology and a low-top silhouette inspired by the Kobe line she's been wearing for years. Pre-orders reportedly sold out within 24 hours. So if she's this valuable on the court and off it, why are people suddenly talking about her leaving? The 2026 season started with championship expectations. Clark came back healthy after an injury-plagued 2025 that limited her to just 13 games. Fans expected dominance. Instead, the first few weeks brought turbulence nobody saw coming. The Fever opened the season 4-4 while allowing the second most points per game in the league. A 184 loss to Portland, in which Clark scored just 6 points, marked the low point of a 2-game skid. But it wasn't the score that went viral. It was what happened on the sideline. Clark and coach Stephanie White had an animated discussion during the loss that cameras captured, and the internet amplified into a full-blown controversy. Fever fans flooded social media with conspiracy theories accusing coach Stephanie White of undermining Caitlin Clark. When the Fever ruled out Clark due to back soreness on May 20, some fans thought she was being disciplined by head coach Stephanie White. The speculation spiraled fast. Both Clark and White pushed back hard. Clark said they can't control the outside narrative or where people choose to take a snippet of an instance in a game. White added they're both competitive, both stubborn, and more alike than different. Clark went even further. There's a lot of people out there in the media or on TV that think they know a lot of things, but they're just blatantly wrong, she said. And I ride for Steph. I ride for these girls. Steph has my back more than anybody. It should have ended there. But then the trade rumors dropped and everything went to another level. It started with a post that nobody expected from a retired NBA champion. Mitchell Thompson, who currently serves as a commentator for the Los Angeles Lakers, claimed over social media that the Fever no longer want Clark on their team, and went on to mention the Los Angeles Sparks in connection with Clark. Then it escalated. Jason Whitlock posted, "The Indiana Fever are planning to ship Caitlin Clark to the Los Angeles Sparks." The post went viral, amassing over 2.1 million views. Whitlock also suggested that UCLA women's basketball coach Corey Close could eventually become the Sparks head coach. The backlash was immediate. Multiple
Clark from the logo!
She gets it out of that left hand, and it's money.
A deep one. You bet! He's trying to redirect a pass. Clark. Oh my!
Clark, can she answer? Of course.
You better be careful, there might be another one coming right here.
line. Ducharme has good size.
Clark steps into a deep three. A long three by Clark.
Basketball insiders strongly refuted the trade claims as baseless and unrealistic. SI noted that while Whitlock has an accomplished media resume, he likely knew there wasn't any truth to the claim. Instead, he was trying to stir the pot and incite Clark's fan base to capitalize on the attention. No team officials, league insiders, or credible reports have indicated that Clark is available in trade discussions. Clark herself addressed it directly. The two-time WNBA All-Star wondered aloud why the rumors had gotten so much traction. "I don't really know why we're still on this." She also stated the sky is not falling, emphasizing her commitment to Indiana. But here's what's fascinating. The rumor had zero credible sourcing, and it still dominated the sports news cycle for over a week. That tells you something important. It's not about whether the trade is real. It's about why millions of people instantly believed it could be. And the answer to that question reveals something the WNBA might not be ready to confront. Here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody in the Fever front office wants to hear. Fans aren't showing up for Indiana. They're showing up for Caitlin Clark. Think about it. At Iowa, people who never watched a single second of women's college basketball became obsessed with the Hawkeyes overnight. Then she entered the WNBA, and suddenly millions of viewers started tuning into Indiana Fever games they otherwise would have never touched. That's not franchise loyalty. That's player loyalty. And historically, only the absolute biggest athletes in sports create that kind of gravitational pull. Michael Jordan did it. LeBron did it. Tiger did it. Messi did it. People followed them, not the logo on the jersey. That's where Caitlin Clark is heading. And it's exactly why the phrase keeps spreading online. No matter where you go, Caitlin, we're following. That's not normal sports behavior. That's cultural attachment. And the funny part, even through all the drama and speculation, her actual play has silenced everything. She's currently averaging 19.9 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 8.1 assists per game, leading the entire league in assists. At the point when Clark called out the media narratives, Indiana was just 5-5. They've won 4 in a row since those comments. Indiana has gone 5-1 in their recent stretch and now sits 9-5, third in the East. She picked up her 4th Career Player of the Week award, joining Tamika Catchings, Katie Douglas, and Kelsey Mitchell as the only Fever players to win 4 or more. Every coaching decision, every awkward media moment, every offensive system that seems to limit her, fans track all of it. And with each controversy, they grow more protective, more loyal, more attached not to the franchise but to her. Whether the trade rumors are real or not almost doesn't matter anymore. The conversation itself revealed something that's been building quietly for 3 seasons. The power in women's basketball has shifted, and it's centered entirely around one person. Caitlin Clark didn't just become the biggest player in the WNBA. She became the emotional investment point for millions of fans who never cared about the league before she arrived. That changes everything. Every decision around her now carries league-wide consequences. Every coaching move gets analyzed under a microscope. Every rumor becomes national content. With the Nike Caitlin one launching this fall, her stats climbing, her team surging, and her game still visibly evolving at 24 years old, the next chapter might be bigger than anything we've seen so far. She's not just playing basketball anymore. She's reshaping what women's sports can be economically, culturally, and competitively. And if the day ever comes where Caitlin Clark truly does leave Indiana, the WNBA might finally discover what's been building quietly underneath all the noise. The fans were never attached to the jersey. They were attached to her.
Before going further, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It really helps us keep bringing you the content you love. Share this video with your friends so they don't miss out on all the drama and excitement.